Finally. Oh my gosh. That was a nightmare. This is giving me so much trouble. Oh, hey friends. Well, that was very, very stressful. I was trying to go live and then it all of a sudden was like, you can't go live on Safari. You have to be on Chrome. So then I went to Chrome and then I could see my little live thing, but I couldn't get to you guys. So, hello. Can take a little breather for a second. I was in full panic mode just then. That was very stressful. Can you guys hear me okay? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Or better, yeah, go ahead and like this video. Let me know that you can hear me. Good afternoon. All right. Yay, you guys can hear me. So if any of you were in, which actually I see some names, some friends that were here last time, I actually was, you'll notice that I'm dropped down a little bit more than I was last time. So my jewelry last time was, um, I was much higher up, but that's because I had a really squeaky stool. And so every time I would shift, the stool was like, so I decided I would get rid of the stool for this one and grab my comfy chair, which it's pink. So now I'm sitting a little bit lower, which feels a little different, but it's okay. It's better than that constant squeak. All right, so we got 9 people in here now. Yes, comfy definitely matters. And not only that, I'm wearing pajama bottoms.
It's 2:07. Good afternoon.
Oh, Minnie says good afternoon, everyone. My Apple Watch is my 4-year-old's favorite thing. He's constantly tapping it. All right, guys. Well, there are quite a few things that I want to talk about on here, and I want to know also how you guys have been doing and any projects that y'all are currently working on. Turn that off. Hello from Texas. I have family that lives in Texas. Actually, they live in Allen, just north of Dallas. You guys have some good food there. It's really good. So for those of you, I don't know if y'all saw my planner video, but thanks to y'all's recommendations, when I did my last live, I finally got a happy planner and I do love it. So I'm very, very happy. If you guys have not seen that video, you should check it out. But I am loving this happy planner. It's no one told me on here last time that there were so many fun things that I could buy for this happy planner. I was all excited because I was like, this is a great deal. This wasn't even that expensive. That's awesome. And then I spent a fortune on stickers and more markers, which I didn't have to do. But the stickers and the extra papers and all of the fun things, that's going to be dangerous. And I have found out that, oh yeah, it's a flightless fairy. This is going to be yet another crafting addiction of mine, but one that I'm really excited about. So we'll see. I still have to get, I kind of started playing around with decorating it a little bit. And I didn't love the very first page that I did, so I've got to do some more. But I have a feeling this is going to be very dangerous. I agree. There are worse things that I could be addicted to. So I guess craft projects, craft supplies, it's a good thing to be addicted to. I wish I was addicted to exercise and healthy food, but those things are just okay. All right, so there's a couple things that I wanted to go over with you guys. I'm not going to keep you on here all day. Oh, real fast, Val said, where do you purchase? So this, I actually got this one at Michael's. I will say that right now, the Happy Planner, like the website, is having a massive, massive sale. So I really recommend, unless you have a coupon for this, or unless it's on sale. The website was really way cheaper. So look at that. And look, I got a little strap for it for my pen, which I'm really excited about. Y'all know how I like my pens. Yes, I'm gonna try to keep organized with this. I love planners. Like I get really excited about it. The one page daily to-do list. Yeah, I honestly wish that when I got my planner that I would use it daily. I tend to be a week person. Like if I have a big week coming up, or my month view is like where my life lives. That's where everything is. Now I do get so I'm a photographer, and so I do really like the one that I got, which has the hold on. This one has the like hourly thing where you can schedule appointments, which is really great for me. So I really like that. I had the happy planner and all the fixings, but I had to plan to plan. It's fun though. Yes, that's kind of my whole thing. It's like, how much time am I going to spend more time decorating this planner than actually planning? We'll see. I hope that I kind of stick with it. Um, all right. So I have a million post-its. Hold on, I'm going to show you guys. You see all my posts? I have all these post-its and I've been writing because as I think of things that I want to ask you guys or talk to you about, I've just kind of been writing it down so that I don't forget. But I do have some changes that are going to be happening over here at the Good Golly Gal household. We are probably moving. So there's still a couple of things that are in the works, but right now we're in the process of trying to get our whole house ready to list if, in fact, we are listing, which it's really looking that way. But so for those of you who saw my craft room video and you saw what a wreck that it was, um, my house is not as bad as that craft room video, but there are a lot of projects. I know my wall. It's okay because this wall came from here. So this is going to travel with me. So I can always do another one. Um, and actually, the houses that we've been looking at, they do not have a craft room, which is very, very sad. It does have a basement, which I really like, but I would not be painting this on the basement wall. And really and truly, I think that what I'll end up doing is probably getting some sort of she shed. Like I would love to get a little tiny house to put on the property and turn that into my entire like just craft home. I want everything in its place. It would be so nice. And it would be nice to have it to where I could put some sort of couch or something out there that if we have guests, they could stay out there or, like a Murphy bed situation or whatever. Um, so, oh, my son is on here. Hey, Owen. Owen is Owen is moderating again today. Thank you, Owen. Although remember, we're just a bunch of crafty DIY people, so we're pretty harmless. Um, so that will be exciting because then I can share with you guys that whole process of starting from scratch and creating a new she shed craft house thing. Oh, Sandra, if I lived closer, I would help. I love helping other people with their messes. I struggle with starting to clean up my own. All right, I got to take this off. My watch is like is trying to tell me things. Um, the hardest part is starting. And right now, what I'm learning with all the things that are in our house, and it's amazing to me how much stuff you can accumulate in not even that long. We haven't even been in this house that long. We bought this house in 2015, and you would have thought that we've lived here forever because there's a lot of stuff. So we're having to go through and declutter and clean and pack things up and try to make it to where we can stage the house to be able to sell the house. And so it's just a lot. It's a whole lot, but it's exciting, big changes. One of the things that I wanted to ask you guys is as we begin doing this whole process of getting our house ready to list, do you want to see any of that process? Like, is that content that you are interested in? Um, and is that something that, would you like? Kind of like when I gave tips on clearing the clutter in my craft room. Do you like that type of thing? Or do you want me to just stick to the crafts? Um, we also have some DIY projects that we're going to be doing around the house. Uh, Definitely, we are doing this on a serious, serious budget. We do not have a lot of money to go in and first of all, we don't have money to pay anybody to do anything. So any types of renovations, any changes will have to be um oh, okay. I do like Florida. Sorry, I got distracted by the word Florida. Florida is one of my favorite places. um but, like, we have so much that we need to do, but we need to do it ourselves to save as much money as possible. And so, we're really trying to maximize, get the most from our house sale-wise so that we can then buy, um, you know, in the next location. I'm not quite ready yet to share the location of where we're moving, but I promise that as soon as I am given the green light on sharing that information, that I will share it with y'all. Let's see. All right. Everything you share is cool. Oh, Sandra, you're so sweet. Even if you can help one person, then it's totally worth sharing if it doesn't overwhelm you and take up too much of your time. Budget organizing is what we all need to see. Well, that is my reality. And honestly, even when I do have the money to do something, if I can do it myself, why not? Save some money. So we're going to be painting. I am painting my kitchen cabinets, which they are, oh, I can definitely throw in some organizing. Um, I have some really great tips and I love, 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 I love to organize and I love to stage things. So when we sold our last house, I mean, everyone that walked through was like, this looks a like a showroom because I needed it to look that way. Last house was so tiny and we had so much stuff in that house. And so what we ended up doing is we got a pod, we filled a bunch of things, and I mean, I kept 4 of everything. I kept 4 towels, 4 washcloths, 4 hand towels. I kept 4 plates, 4 bowls, 4 glasses. Like, I really, really, really had to just pare down, and so we packed a bunch of things up, put it in a pod, sent that off, and then, because in order to sell a home when you have a small at that point, we only had Owen, but in order to sell a home when you have a small child and 2 dogs, I packed them up as well and sent them to my parents. It was like, "Y'all need to go because I need you to not mess this house up." So, we're probably gonna have to do something very similar to that. Thankfully, my parents have offered to let us stay there because we have 2 new dogs now. So, the other 2 have passed, and so we now have 2 dogs and 2 children, and Jack, the 4-year-old, is like a little tiny tornado, and he destroys everything in sight. Um, and thankfully, he knows the rule. He's not allowed to come into my craft room unless I'm in here. And so anytime he hears the door, though, you hear his little feet running across the house, and he'll walk in and go, "What is this place?" Because he knows he cannot be in here without me. Yeah, staging will absolutely help our sales. So we're going to be staging everything. And For the most part, like my pantry, for those of you who haven't seen my IKEA pantry video, once like everything that once I get it organized and kind of have a system, it pretty much stays that way. My pantry probably has a few things that could kind of be moved around, but for the most part, it is organized and it is awesome. I love my pantry. That's going to be very hard to leave. My pantry, this craft room, which I love dearly, um, it's going to be very, very hard to leave. And my neighbors. I have the best neighbors ever. So now I'm just got to get them to move to my next house. It won't be hard. Um, but so I've got lots to do here, a whole lot to do, and hopefully I can keep Jack's grubby little hands out of things as I try to fix them. Corey's doing my husband is doing the big stuff. So he's an electrician. So he's actually putting recessed cans in our living room. And then that's the last electrical thing that we need to do. And we started on this house when we bought it, and we've been slowly working on it. So I did my den, which I have a video on here about. I did my den, and then I did my craft room. Um, I did my baking cabinet in my kitchen, which for those of you who love organization, go check out that video because that baking cabinet is really, really fun. Um, so there's some things that we still just kind of need to touch up and do. Lot of painting, a whole lot of painting, but I'll share colors and all that. For the most part, my house is going to be fairly neutral just because we are trying to sell. I'm not touching this room. So whoever is buying this house, if they don't like it, I guess they can paint over it. I just don't want to know about it. And, but I'm really hoping they'll come in here and either, if they aren't a crafter, maybe they have kids and want to have this as a playroom or just as an office. So we'll see. Okay, so y'all are saying you are good with seeing some videos all about fixing my house because honestly, that might be all I have time to make while we're doing this whole process. Um, there are a couple of projects that I'm wanting to do. Like there's in our vanity, there's a large space. So our house was completely redone for the man that originally lived here. He built the house and he lived here and he was in a wheelchair the later part of his life. And so the whole house is handicap accessible. And so we've left it that way because I know that that's really, really hard. I have a friend of mine who is in a wheelchair, and that was very hard for him to find a house that would work. And so, and it's not that difficult to change the things if someone doesn't need it, but it's very helpful for if someone is looking for a house that does need it. So we have a ramp in the front, um, and we've got our doorways are wider. Our sink, like the vanity, has a big opening so that the wheelchair can actually go underneath the vanity and they can wash their hands. We've got benches in the shower. The shower is massive. Like y'all could all come over. We have a big party there. Not a weird party, but we have a dance party in there. It's huge. Um, and there's just a lot of great little features that are very helpful if someone needs it. But so we're going to leave that. But so under my vanity, because it's kind of a wide gap, I was thinking about maybe making just like a little curtain to kind of put under that so that, you just don't see the space underneath and then put some baskets under there. So I might be sewing some curtains for that. Um, and then some other things that I wanted to find out from y'all. Let's see, where is my going through my post-its? Oh yeah, because we've got to redo our bathroom, the master bath, and the boys' bathroom. And then once we buy, so if we end up getting the house that we're looking at, I love it, flightless fairy, woohoo, shower party. Um, if we end up getting the house that we really want, um, that house needs love. Like it has not been touched. And it's beautiful and it's great and the view is amazing, but it needs some updating and it needs some love. And so there will be a lot of projects there, a lot of projects, but really, really fun projects. And so I'll be sharing that and then hopefully I will be getting my she shed. That's the thing that I'm most excited about. I think that I think that the she shed will be really fun to watch. Um, Now, for anyone who is concerned who might be on here that is one of my local friends or clients, do not worry. I will be doing photography still. So I'll be doing photography. And even if moving gets us farther away, I will still be coming back in town to do some photography. So I will not be abandoning y'all. Um, okay. And then I have another question. So there is going to be some time where, obviously, like when we get the house done and it's ready to go, but I'm hoping it sells quickly, but let's just say it doesn't. And oh, look, y'all, I burned my arm last night. Isn't that terrible? And there, all because I was making those little, um, like little baguette toasty things, and one of them fell in the oven. So I, like a dummy, reached for it. Um, so with the project, so the next craft type projects that I'm going to be working on, um, I want to get I want to get some input from y'all. So I'm going to get a pen. So I want to know the types of projects y'all like to see. Okay, Sandra, handicap accessible is awesome. I recently designed my home and had it built on the only changes were to incorporate handicap features as building codes improved. Thrilled with White Hawk. I mean, I loved it. And honestly, it's funny. So um when we were, gosh, 2020, I had to have a hysterectomy, and you would not believe how happy I was that we had all of the handicap accessible things because we have like the handle, sorry, too much information, the handle next to the toilet, like the to help you get up, the benches because I couldn't stand very long. I would sit on the benches to take a shower. Like it's very helpful. So hopefully someone will appreciate it. Um, okay, so hello, friends. I'm so glad y'all are joining me. I would love to hear from you the types of craft projects or DIY projects that you are interested in learning more about. What have you found yourself searching for on here that maybe you didn't see before? I'll tell you one of my ideas, and I don't know if I should share it on here or if I should hold that tight. Now I'll share it with y'all. So, are y'all familiar with the what is it called? Is it the dream cabinet or the what's the thing? Like the giant box that's basically like a craft room in a box. What is that one called? Do y'all remember? Does anybody know what I'm talking about? I think it's like creator room, maybe. Flightless Fairy said we won't tell anyone. Dream box. Okay, so the dream box. Yes. Okay. So the dream box is awesome. That is the coolest thing. I thought about the dream box and I thought, you know what? That would be perfect in my basement at the next house because, then I can just close it up and it's out of the way. Or if I need it, just until I get the she shed. And so I was just thinking, that's so great. And so I looked it up. Holy cow, they're expensive. Like crazy, crazy expensive. And I'm cheap. So I was thinking, I bet I could design something similar to this. So, would you guys be interested in learning a budget version of the dream box? Is that something that y'all would like? Because I think that that could be really fun. Um, Especially with all that like IKEA offers and just some creative things. I mean, I don't typically like to, when I like, for example, my craft room, when I did my craft room, I added some things from IKEA, some things from Home Depot, some things from Michael's, from Target, from wherever I could find it. And even my baking cabinet was a Facebook resale find. I spent $50 on that cabinet, and now it's like my dream baking cabinet, which I'm really hoping I have room for that in the next house. We're gonna make room for that in the next house if we have to. I love my baking cabinet, and it's all organized, and it just makes me happy. Um, okay, so yes on the our DIY dream box. I think that that would be really, really fun, and those things I mean, if I could save you guys some money on those things, of course, watch a dream box, like, reach out and be like, "We would like to sponsor you to do a video. We would like to give you a dream box." If that's the case, all bets are off. I'm getting the dream box. No, don't worry. I would still have some, I would still have some DIY versions, or maybe I could do a side-by-side comparison. Yeah, I don't think that would work. I think if they give me one, they're gonna be like, no, you're not gonna show you're not gonna show people how to make this really, really cheap when we're giving you one." Yeah, I doubt they're gonna give that. Facebook is fab for IKEA things. I have furnished my craft room with. I love IKEA, and I hear a lot of people don't like the calyx systems, like the cubes. I love them. I mean, I have 2 of those in my craft room, and I think they're awesome. So, I guess some people maybe it didn't hold up or maybe the stacking, I don't know. Sherry said, "Ooh, you should totally reach out and ask." Um, and I do. Yeah, I think they would look at my numbers and they'd be like, "Oh, so you're brand new, and we like to give ours to people that have like 100,000 followers or 1,000,000 followers." So, but hey, you never know, Sherry. You never know. I mean, the worst that they can do is tell me no. So, but honestly, I've seen the dream box, and my first thought when I see the dream box is, I bet I could make this a little bit better. And not that there's anything wrong with the dream box. The dream box is amazing, but the dream box, I don't know that the dream box would work for the type of crafts that I do. I feel like it mainly works well for people that do like paper crafts, which I do like paper crafts, but that's not like my main thing. Let's see. Um, okay, so that's one idea, the DIY dream box. What other types of videos do you guys like? Table space needs I agree with the table space needing to be bigger. That's like one of my it's like a card table, like a small card table, like the one that you were stuck at on Thanksgiving, like the kids' table, the little square one. That's what it reminds me of. I used to always get stuck at that table. That's what happens when you're the baby. Yeah. It just like for bigger things like fabric and yarn, like I felt like it just was not um how to organize a desk is something I need to learn desperately. That's from Owen. Yes. Oh, and you do need to learn how to organize your desk because it is filthy, filthy. Ah, I like that. I agree the table space should be bigger. Yes, definitely. Tell them your subscribers are asking for it. That's right. I'm just gonna blame it on y'all and be like, they're asking. That's what they want. Sounds great. I have a small craft room and would love to see ideas on making my space user friendly. Um, yes, absolutely. And I love this stuff. I love the organization. Like I get really excited about organizing everything. Oh, thank you, Flightless Fairy. Owen said, "Glad you are my mom." Oh, he feels that way right now. Earlier today, when I was telling you to clean your room, you weren't so happy about me being your mom. Okay, so let's see. Denise, oh, AKA Penny for your thoughts. I love that. I don't have a living room as I have converted it into a craft room. That sounds um, amazing space-wise. I don't know that my family would go for that. Plus, Jack would be like, "Ooh, free reign over all the craft supplies." Yes. Okay, so my issue with the craft room and with the space is, 1, the 4-year-old that gets into everything, and 2, making sure that I maximize the space that I have because I don't well, in here, I definitely don't have a lot of space. The new house, there won't be a craft room, so I'll have to either build one or I'll have to do some sort of dream box situation. Um, or there is a space, and I've thought about this in the basement. there's like a set of stairs that goes down and it's all open. And I thought, you know what? I bet I could build some sort of custom cabinet underneath the stairs of the basement there. That way it's not, taking up valuable real estate there. And it's something I can close up so that, little man's not getting all into it. I mean, he would unravel every thing of yarn that I have if he could. All right, so let's think of other projects because I need some ideas from y'all. So one of the things that I'm wanting to do is a t-shirt quilt. But that's definitely going to be a next house project because that's going to take a lot of my time. Oh, and another quick question. So I try to do my videos where I start and complete a project in a video. Is that something that you guys prefer, or does it bother you if someone breaks a project up? So it's, like for example, I don't know if any of y'all watch DIY Danny. Like she did a greenhouse in her backyard. And so she did like, I think it was like three weeks of it. So it was like she broke them up into projects and did like 3 weeks of that whole project. And then maybe the fourth week was the reveal. I can't remember. But how do y'all feel about that? Do you like having different parts of videos, or do you prefer the person to film everything, put it all together, and make one video that's from beginning to end? Fly this fairy says, I've been saving my kids' teas for 30 years to make a quilt. Okay, I like the start and finish in a video unless your project welcomes more than that one. Okay. Part suits me. That's not only because there are certain things like, for example, let's say for a t-shirt quilt. Um, for a t-shirt quilt, there are a lot of steps. And so, it could be that the first one is, just getting the top of the quilt done. And then the second one might be um, like maybe actually quilting the whole thing. And then the third one being the binding and the reveal. I don't know. I prefer to watch the whole video versus breaking it up. Yeah, see, I go back and forth with it because so there is, for example, there was this video that I saw that someone did. That how I ever learned how to make a rag rug was watching this girl's video, and it had 5 parts, and it drove me crazy because they were so short that I thought, why didn't you just put them all together? And then I'd have to go back, and I'd be like, okay, wait, that was one. All right, so now I'm going to watch 2. Like I would have to go back and find the videos because I had to go find them where they were because it was old content. And so it was like, oh, hold on, where was this? Where was 2? And then I would forget which one I'd watched. And I'd be like, wait, did I just watch 3 or 4? So that was a little stressful. Let's see, Penny for your thoughts. Depends on the projects. If we are working along with you, then sometimes we need time to catch up. That's true. I agree wholeheartedly. What's best for you, Molly? Oh, she's so sweet. Being a YouTube creator myself, I know it's hard either way, but I'd say do individual videos for the steps. Okay. I'll admit I like beginning to end in one spot. Okay. So, okay, well, I'm going to do a t-shirt quilt and it's going to be a different type of t-shirt quilt. So, I don't think so far right now, I'm thinking that I don't want to do just the traditional squares. I'm thinking I might want to turn it into, I don't know, like maybe turn it into a shape and then applique it onto something. I don't know. I don't need to go there. I don't need to go there. It's not time to go there. I need to focus. Okay. So then the other thing and things that I could do that are a little bit faster, because like a t-shirt quilt, that takes a long time to film and to edit and and to create. And then I mean, it can take me, depending on how much time I have, a t-shirt quilt could take me 2 weeks to make if I have a pretty open 2 weeks. Yes, I agree with the timestamps. Timestamps are great. Like throwing my coaster at me. Timestamps are great because it's so much easier to hop around, and I feel like you lose a lot less viewers that way, because sometimes people are like, I'm a little over what you're saying right now," but then they can go and look on the timestamp to see, what else they wanna know. Um, so the okay, so the t-shirt quilt's gonna be a bigger project. But while I'm doing this home stuff, I don't want all of my content to be about my house. Mainly, I lose interest very quickly in things like that. So I don't want to do that to y'all. I don't want to be like, and here's me painting yet another room, which I wouldn't do that anyway. But um, I was thinking about, are you guys interested at all in like seasonal crafts? So like if I made a wreath for my front door, or if I made, um, like some sort of mat for my front door, or those types of crafts. Are those types of crafts interesting to y'all, or do you prefer more of the traditional, like, you know, painting, weaving, knitting, that type of deal? Do you like the crafty crafts, or are you more traditional? Um, Interesting. Have your thought process for t-shirt quilt. My t-shirt. So I've never done a t-shirt quilt. Um, I've quilted, but I've never done a t-shirt quilt. And so this will be my first one. So you guys will be learning along with me, which will be real fun. And um, but I know that it's not going to be, it won't be that complicated. Um, oh, thank you, Sandra. Flightless Fairy. I love all the holiday emojis. I think it would be interesting and fun to follow your variety of wonderful ideas. Memory quilt would be great to see, as I have my granddaughter's clothes. She died when she was 5, and would love to make a quilt with the clothes I kept. The clothes I kept. Crafts keep me sane. Oh, I'm so so sorry. Um, yes, crafting. So I I feel so I have my degree in art. So I have my bachelor's of fine arts with a concentration in photography. And then I went back and got my master's in art of education, and I taught art for years. But one of the things that I was very passionate about, and I think I mentioned this some in the last one, is I was very passionate about art therapy. And it is so healing. It is so healing, and keeping your hands busy and keeping your mind, busy oftentimes, and even just having a process, like, that you can just go through to kind of work through not just creating it to avoid the issue, but creating it and allowing you to put those emotions into whatever it is that you're creating, I think is so, so helpful. And I think it's important to have things like that, like your granddaughter's clothes, like being able to have something that you can remember her by, and something that you, every time you see it, um, it can be a comfort to you. I mean, quilts are comforting. And so to have one made from her clothes would be very precious. You may also want to look into like the weighted ones. I don't know how to make weighted blankets, but I will look into that for you. A weighted blanket can be so, so good. And that might be a nice touch with those clothes, just to have kind of that. I mean, it's like the blanket is hugging you back. Um, so, um, and I know that like my youngest has a lot of anxiety, and he actually has a stuffed dinosaur that's weighted, and when you hold it, it feels like it's hugging you, and he'll get worked up and get very anxious, and he now even knows. He'll just be like, "I need my dinosaur." So I I give it to him, and let him just breathe a little bit. Um, oh, thank you, Sandra. That was very, very sweet. I think Molly's as sweet as they come, and all the wonderful people here. Y'all are so sweet. I love this group. I've loved finding my people. Y'all are just awesome. Um, okay, the other project. I'm still working on the English paper piecing quilt, which my plan with that one would be a lot easier to do a one and done type of thing, um, because I've been working on it for so long. So it's one of those where I can show you one little section of it and then bring out the other pieces because you don't need to see me, stitch every single thing. Like I don't need to sew every little piece that you see. But I could just do one of the little sections and then show y'all how I piece it together and then kind of go from there. That one has been such a labor of love that I will not quilt it myself. I will actually pay someone to do long arm quilting on that one because it's taken me forever to create and I don't want to screw it up. I've quilted myself but like smaller blankets and the t-shirt quilt, I'm not as nervous about quilting because honestly, I'll probably just do some straight lines back and forth. But that English paper piecing one, I mean, I have fussy cut those little boogers, which for those of you who don't quilt, fussy cutting is when you take fabric, like let's say it has a specific design in one section that you want in the middle of your little hexagon, then you line it up perfectly and cut it out so that it perfectly is centered, or you cut your stripes so that they all are going in the exact same angle. That's more fussy cutting. So I've done a lot of that. Owen said, I love that little booger. He is a booger, but yes, I love him too. Definitely thanks. Thank you, everyone. My name is pronounced Evie. I love Evie. Love Evie. Actually, Owen used to love a little girl named Evie. Sorry, busting you out, Owen. And Evie loved Owen, so it was a mutual affection in kindergarten. um, okay, so other ideas that I've thought about going over. Any other interest? So, are there any things that you guys like to learn about? I have on here like, do you want to see jewelry making? Do you want to see painting projects? Do you want me to share projects with kids? Um, that is something that I've done a lot of. Art projects with kids, I can give you some art project ideas. Of course, my she shed, when that becomes a reality, will be amazing. And then when I do move to the next house, I will be sharing some creative craft supply storage options because I will be starting from scratch. All right. Bag making. Okay, sorry, Sherry. I just like had to scroll down to find you. Um, Bag making. Okay, I have never made a bag, but not knowing how to do something has never stopped me from making a video about it before. Uh, but I'm gonna look into that. I love um I love that like the now hold on, Sherry, do you want like really complicated bags? Like are we talking, some intricate little pockets and that type of thing? Oh, Evie likes all that I said. Nice. Flightless Fairy. Honestly, I enjoy your videos because of you, your personality. I'll watch whatever you video. Y'all are the nicest people ever. I love you guys. Bag making is cool and far easier than you'd imagine. Okay, Sandra, I'm gonna look into this. We're gonna do a project, bag making. And actually, I'm probably gonna need some bags to store some of these things. I also love having a perfectly designed bag to be able to carry things. Um, I have a bag that I love the pattern of, but I don't love the storage of it. Like I really, it's a great bag for knitting, but I would like more pockets and things in it. I'm new to it too, and I think I love it. I'm gonna have to try this. Not yet. I'm not allowed to start a new craft. Evie said Louis Vuitton. Yes, I'm gonna show you how to make counterfeit bags. um, I cannot start learning a new craft yet. I have to wait until I get to the new house, and then I'll be getting into looking into the bag making. Do you have Sherry, do you have a Sherry and Sandra, do y'all have, or anybody, this one's open to anybody, does anybody have any bag template companies that they like? Because I would love to have like a pattern, so I'm not just coming up with something. Although I'm one of those that have a tendency, like when I see a pattern, I'm like, that's a great pattern. And this is a great pattern. If we mix these patterns, we can make something even cooler. Because I love having the directions, but then I love tweaking the directions to benefit me. Oh man. Sandra, you're going to start another addiction. I know it. Y'all did this to me last time. We started talking planners and introduced me to the Happy Planner. You can add pockets and customize so easily. This is going to be dangerous. My daughter has a few of fancy bags. I prefer a rag bag. Okay. By Annie. That's big. All right. So fancy bags and a rag bag. All right. Hold on. More Post-its. More Post-its. So we're looking into some fancy bags and some rag bags. And by Annie. I feel like I've heard, I think Tula Pink does those bags by Annie. I think I'll have to look. Tula Pink now has some really cool straps and things that you can do, which if y'all aren't familiar with her, she has some really, really cute stuff. My strategy is to deconstruct and reconstruct to my liking. Mm-hmm. Directions are just suggestions. Kylie, I like your thinking. All pattern companies usually have bags. Okay, we're going to have to look into some more. By Annie is a company that has all the bag hardware and everything. Oh, I like that. Okay. I'll have to look into those. There's some really, really cool. So Tulip Pink, I've seen some of her bag. She didn't really show you how to make it. And I'm reading messages, sorry. She doesn't really show you how to make it on there, but she'll show you what she's made, and they're insane. They are so detailed. I would really, really love to make some bags. Has a gazillion patterns, and she's wonderful. She offers YouTube. Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. That is the one from Tula. Oh, see, look what y'all are doing to me. Okay. That's okay. Because when we move, we are not just I love this so much. I'm currently projecting your live stream on the wall. That's hysterical. So I am giant on your wall right now. I love it. Hello, friend. So if and when we move, where we would be moving to, I won't know a soul. Like, I won't know anybody. And so there's going to be a lot of time for me to craft, which is going to be great. I mean, well, I say there's going to be a lot of time. I'm going to be, in a new place trying to figure out a new town. But Sherry, I like it. I like this idea of doing a collab. I will totally do a collab with you. That would be fun. I said, oh, you sent me a picture? Okay, hold on. We got to find the picture. Okay. Holy cow, I'm gigantic. Like, seriously gigantic. Hold on. Let me see if I can show y'all. Look. Look how big I am on your wall. That is so funny. Oh, and look at your pup asleep in the chair. Um, so we are not discussing yet where I'm moving. And this has all kind of happened quickly. But once I've been given the green light, I promise I'll be sharing everything. Um, did y'all see? I mean, larger than life, literally. I've never seen myself look um, quite so big. That is hysterical that I am on your wall that big. Oh, I love it. Oh, my mural looks good on your wall. Maybe you need to have a mural. Not well, obviously not on that wall because that's where you're projecting your shows, but I do like the look of that mural on your wall. Um, okay. What else did I have on here? Oh, if anybody on here is not following me on Instagram, please follow me. My numbers are garbage on there. They're garbage. They're so bad. I have like 3,100 subscribers on YouTube and I have 600 on Instagram. So if anyone on here has not followed me yet on Instagram, I would love it if you would follow me, Good Golly Gal on Instagram. I'm trying to share more on there. My plan is like, as I'm doing projects, like doing my planner, when I'm just kind of things like that I don't want to do a full video on. So like working on the planner to do, a spread on the planner um, or even just little projects around the house that I'm probably not going to do just a huge, put your links here if you can. Evie, that's okay if you don't have Instagram. Can I put my link on here? Hold on. Let's see. We're going to see. Oh, no. Wait. Don't go away, friends. Can y'all see me? All right. Here we go. What am I looking for? Okay. Need a nap. Are y'all big nappers? I am. I'm very passionate about my nap time. Let's see if that'll work. There we go. Okay. Hoping that works. So if y'all are on Instagram, follow me. And Evie, it's okay if you don't have Instagram. It's just one more thing to take up time. Coloring and nap times. Oh, okay. So if your husband and your child are currently napping, I am honored that you are choosing to spend your time with me because that is precious, precious time. Yeah, napping is seriously like one of my all-time favorite things. My friends know not to call me during a certain time of day because I'll be napping. Well, I'm going to say this. All but one friend, and she knows who she is, and she probably won't watch this video, so she won't know that I'm talking smack about her. But she calls me every time I'm trying to take a nap. And I even put it on Do Not Disturb, and somehow, like, I guess she just calls me twice and gets through. I'm going to have to block her. Like, our friendship is in jeopardy. She is interrupting my naps. Let's see. Oh, I know. No. So Flightless Fairy said, and to think we used to complain about it. I think about that all the time. Every time Jack complains about taking a nap, I'm like, this is the greatest gift ever. And one day you will be very sad that you can't nap anymore. He doesn't get it. We all have that friend. I mean, and I can't tell you how many times I sent her and I don't like confrontation. I don't like being ugly, but I'm a different person when I am asleep. I am not very nice. And so I will simply respond with napping in all caps with like 3 exclamation points. And then I always get the sorry. I'm like, oh, don't. If you call me once and it goes to voicemail, that means I am napping or I simply just don't want to talk to you. So don't call me again. Oh, it drives me crazy. Drives me crazy. And Britton, no, it's not somebody that we are mutually friends with. She knows not to interrupt my nap time. Thank you, Sandra. Follow me on Instagram. I love it. Okay, guys, it is 3 o'clock. Wow, that happened really fast. Real fast before we go, I want to make sure that I answered all questions and that I asked all my questions. I'm in Central Old Australia and it's now 6 a.m. Monday morning. I woke up early and lucky to catch you live. Okay. I hope you're having coffee. And I'm so glad you're in the future. And I'm so glad that you woke up early to talk or to watch me, or woke up early and discovered that I'm on live. That is so fun, Kylie. Um, how is the weather in Australia right now? 4 p.m. here. Going to miss you all. Hope to catch up again soon. Yes, Flightless Fairy. Thank you. 9 p.m. here in Scotland. Oh, Evie, has it cooled down for you guys? Is the weather better now? Oh, just perfect where I am. I love it. I love that we have people from all over. I'm going through my Post-its, friends, making sure I got everything. Okay, I think that that's it. I think that we are good. I have loved talking with you guys. I promise that as soon as I have everything officially, like, 48 degrees in Dubai. Whoa, man. So we have, once I officially get the green light to give you more information, I promise that I will share it with all of you. And I'll be working on another video this week, giving you guys an update on the packing and the DIY and remodel and all of that. So I will put things in the little community reminder. So if you look there, you'll see when I'm working on something and when I'll have a video coming out. I need to get better on the schedule. I have not done that yet. That's one of those things I need to work on. So, but one day I'll figure out a time. Probably going to be Monday evenings is when I'm going to be posting my videos, but I'll let y'all know. And I'll try to post more on Instagram so that y'all can, be kept up with all that's going on. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. And I hope y'all have a wonderful week. Be sure to make time for yourself. Me time is so important. So go out there, make something amazing, take a nap, enjoy a nap. Not you, Kylie. You don't need to take a nap. Well, you'll need a nap later because it's 6 a.m. right now. But drink coffee and enjoy your day. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.